Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my crafting corner. It's Key, as per usual. And we are continuing on with our Serene Day Garden project. So this project is using the Serene Day Garden digital collection, which is available on Etsy. Check it out if you want to see what each listing, what graphics are in each listing. I love working with this kit. I'm so excited. The more components and pieces to our project that get pulled together, it just brings me so much joy. Oh my gosh, look at all that delicious color, texture, the graphics. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy with how this is turning out. Of course, I'm going to do a full flip through when we get to that point. But today's focus is going to be pulling together the cover. So as you can see, the inside is pretty much done. And by pretty much, I mean, I might add some accent pieces here and there, some lace and trims and things like that, just to like make it go the extra mile. I think it looks great the way it is as well. But today's focus is going to be on this cover. It's like plain Jane, but we're going to turn this little duckling into a beautiful swan, and I'm so excited. These are some of the ephemera bits that I just backed. So this is we're going to pick one of these for our cover. And I'm thinking this lovely lady here basking in the glory of this beautiful landscaped garden with the sun coming through. I just feel like this image is probably going to be the one that we pick, but this one's also beautiful. She's lovely. Our little wren is so cute sitting there with the bursts of yellow. So, but I think I'm going to go with this lady. But these are going to be used elsewhere in the project. I just had to back those. I'm going to put them behind me. There we go. Don't have a lot of space around me because I have like bits and pieces from this project kind of just laying around because we're going to pull this cover together. Now, the last time that we met, I'm trying to think. I think we did this together. So this is our vertical waterfall journal. This is what we pulled together, right? And then since then, I added this. I don't remember I actually don't remember, but which is sad because it was like just last night. Anyway, I added this. I forgot to put this where I was going to originally put it to close this off, and I figured out how to do it because I'm tenacious and I wanted it there, and so I just jammed it down into the space between. And so now we have a way to close this off, which I love. It so excited. Okay. I pulled together the signatures. They're really plain. So I just backed some of the papers from the kit onto some painted paper bag. So there aren't very many pages because paper bag is obviously really heavy. It's thicker. But I think it gives it kind of a cool color, and you can do simple things using the digitals just to bring a little bit of life, a little bit of color. You can stencil, stamp, just to add a little bit of life and color. I keep telling myself I'm not going to do that, but who knows? We'll see at the final flip through what I actually choose to do. And then the second one here. I did not sew these together because I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I know there's a couple things that I know I'm going to do, which again, you'll see at the final flip through. But that's just what we did. We just pulled together some of the, mounted the digitals on the backs of some painted brown paper bag, and voila. So that goes in there. And then again, because I sealed this off, it won't go far. There's still a pocket here that I don't have anything in at the moment. Don't know what I'm gonna do there. And this is our envelope flip. And then I'm gonna do something back here, which that'll be off camera and you'll see it at the final flip through because I haven't decided what I wanna do. So these pieces flip out of the way. There's a pocket here and a pocket here. I might add a smaller pocket here to be able to store some of our smaller tags and other things like that. So we shall see. But yeah, so I would argue at this point, outside of the cover, the big moves for the project are complete. I am going to remove these signature pieces. I think I'm going to definitely sew this one because I'm not going to, well, I say what I'm not going to do. What I'm not going to do, and then watch me do it. Anyway. All right, I'm going to take those out because what we are going to do, I'm actually going to close this off. I could take everything out of those pockets too, but I'm trying to see if I can not have to do that. Going this direction for this one actually works better because then it ends in the inside and you don't have that piece flailing about. All right, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna be working with this back piece. And so we are concentrating on the cover. I'm definitely gonna have some things falling over and you're like, what are you talking about? Good question. So the first thing that I'm gonna do so that I can set it to dry is I'm going to collage some of this beautiful floral napkin. And it's just black and white, so it's very versatile. And let's see if I can get my little nail in here. Come on now. Come on, baby, where you at? There's 2 layers, so I'm trying to get both. There we go. And I actually do save this because I find it useful in other applications. Like if you have something that's really bold and bright and you just want to tone it down, but you don't want any texture over whatever you're trying to do, mounting some of the backing, just the plain white is also good. So as you can see, this fits over the entire piece. Now I just want to make sure that what we're seeing, yeah, I mean anything, right? Oh, these butterflies are upside down. I didn't even realize that there were butterflies. So I guess we can turn them right side up. And I just want to make sure that my cover is that way. Yep, okay. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna mount this on to start with, and then I have a fan running in the other room. So when I'm done mounting, I'm just gonna run over there and put it in front of the fan. Those are the words. Those are words. Words are words. Okay, cool. I think what I'm also gonna do, and I don't know, I would rather rip this. I don't know if this is gonna actually function the way I want, but I'm gonna try it. I think I wanna rip it, try to rip around these flowers just to have like a better ending so that it's not a straight line, you know? Rip that off. And I'm just adding a little water. There's just a little water at the edge of my, I don't have my, I'm just gonna try to like rip those off. Just trying to rip around these. This is finicky, of course. You don't have to do this, but I think it's just gonna have a better ending. I think it's just gonna look better. So, and wetting it will just make it rip easier hopefully without tearing the design. I'm not really interested in folding this over, so this will probably just be cut off. And just gonna get a little more water. And I think similarly on this side, I don't know how well that's gonna come off, but we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. It's all theory until you actually put it into place. So, all right, let me see. You know this is taking deep concentration, so you already know what's up. It's also nice to have like a raggedy edge too, rather than straight edges or clean, like cut from scissors edges, because they blend better when you're doing the collaging than those other edge types. So this step is really just me trying to set myself up for success when I start gluing this big old massive piece down, which of course you can like rip it apart and do it in smaller bits and stuff. So do what makes sense for you. And I encourage you, like, even if you don't buy the kit, to follow along with your own digitals, because this is such a cool project. I was like geeking out about it last night before I went to bed begrudgingly. I really wanted to finish it yesterday because it's actually a pretty quick project. I know you're watching it over the course of who knows how long, but it is a relatively quick project. You could finish it in a day if you started in the morning, and you could finish it in a day, or if you wanted to be more relaxed, 2 days. Like, take your time with it, because it is relatively straightforward. And if you do it the way the original creator that I saw her video and she inspired me to do this, her YouTube channel is called Treasure Books. Her name is Natasha, and her version is way faster, way simpler. You know me, I had to do a little bit extra. All right, so I'm just gonna turn this, okay, I'm gonna just carefully park this over here for a second. I'm gonna turn this over. All right, so I can have some come down in here, which I would not be upset about. Don't really want any coming down in here because it's gonna interfere with this, unless it's really small and it's just wrapping that edge there. It can definitely fold over onto this piece. Obviously, we'll have to go around that. And then of course it can come over on this edge as well if it wants to, but not too far. Not on the bottom. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of note that. I'm just thinking for a second, because at this area, it's almost like I want to cut through down that thing and then just have it go under this and around, which of course you could totally do this if you know that this is what you want to do. Instead of me, and I'm just like winging it and going by the seat of my pants and deciding along the way. If you know that this is what you want to do, you can obviously do this before you add grommets and before you add the elastic strap and all that kind of stuff. I would even argue that I could take the elastic strap off, which I might actually do, because that might make it easier for me. Bear with me. I'm so sorry. This is like... All right, so we can just retie that. It's fine. It's all good. It's just tying it off again. Okay. I'm going to try to leave it like this because I think... No, I'm not. I'm going to remove this. I don't know how I'm going to do it back, but that'll be off camera anyway. Okay, cool. Let's just get started. Like a million minutes in, finally. You're like, finally. Okay. I'm going to pull over my things. So I have just some water here. This is, what is this? Mod Podge Matte. Okay, there's strength needed. All right, there we go. All right, that was slightly painful and uncomfortable. All right, I'm just gonna use a brush, random, whatever I have on hand. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the right side, which is gonna be my actual cover. Oh my gosh, I'm like nervous and excited. It's crazy. Okay, cool. You don't care. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just talking because I have a face. Oh my gosh. I'm like excited, but nervous. Okay, excited. A little bit more glue. So I do put a layer down first because I think it helps the melting process. It helps the I'm just trying to like do this strip first. And we're gonna lay it down, and that's gonna be what we get. I'm just trying to get as much of this as we can on here. Not too heavy, because this is a paper product, you know, it's a paper bag at the end of the day, so. All right, let's see if I can lay this. It's like once you lay it down, that's it. All right, there's gotta be a better way. There's gotta be a better way. Okay. Maybe. I'm just gonna press down in the area. And wrinkling is expected. This is why I said it helps, this helps the melting process. Okay. Just a little bit of water on the tip of that, and we're gonna get our glue, and we're gonna start working that in. Being light, because obviously this is very thin and it will rip easily. So I'm just trying to be very light. Using a really soft brush is also advisable. Some people pre-mix. I don't pre-mix because that requires like thinking things through ahead of time. You know, this is taking deep concentration. If I stop talking, that's probably why, because it's whatever I'm doing is like requiring all of my it's like all of the mental that I have in me, which is kind of sad, but hey man, get in where you fit in, right? All right, now, as you can have probably already figured out, we're gonna have to go up under eventually. And again, I'm trying to stay very light touch here, but trying to also be thorough and get all the pieces and go all the way to the edges. Okay. All right, now I am going to pull this back a little bit until it gives me some resistance. And then I am going to go to the middle line this time. Oops, I did not mean to do what I just did, and that might cause me issues. Okay, and I'm gonna press first. Firm, but like try not to be too aggressive because I don't want it to tear. I just kind of want it to soak up the water so that it stays down. We're gonna do the rest of our collaging. A little water, a little glue, and paint. Painting it on. Again, staying light. There are gonna be wrinkles, that's normal. It might look a little cloudy or murky. That's okay because it'll dry and it'll look better. I'm just kind of like checking out the other side to see if we have any like little bubbly, dry looking areas. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but that's the strategy. I might have to split this into 2 videos because I don't want it to get too long. So it might be this video and then we come back and do the topper and then the flip through. Because I have a feeling that this is gonna take a while. The topper is gonna be relatively simple, hopefully. At least that was my initial thought. Excuse me. All right, I think that half is okay. So we're just gonna move on to the next quarter. So I'm gonna go to this line. There's a line here. I don't know if you can see it on camera. That's just just from it being a brown paper bag. So we're gonna use it as datum. Go everything to the right gets. I'm out, well, almost at a hodgepodge. I feel like I go through like cycles. Let me know down in the comment section, as a fellow crafter, assuming you're a fellow crafter, like if you go through cycles of things like materials that you use, or I don't know, do you regularly just use the same things? Do you buy something thinking you're going to use it a whole bunch and then you kind of don't, or you use it a couple of times and then it disappears into the land of forgotten craft supplies? I probably do all of these things, so by the way, so no judgment. But I feel like with the Mod Podge, and I could argue that about a lot of things, I don't know, I was just inspired, or I was on a kick, or I think it looks great. It looks so cool, especially when it melts into the page really nicely. I feel like I also like subconsciously rebel against certain things when I finish a project, especially if the project took a long time or it just took a lot of mental, emotional energy to create it. I might abandon that tool or something for a while just to like recover. This is totally a reflection of me not at the tool. Trust. Okay. This is me. This is me. It's fine. It's life. Sometimes. For some people. Me. I guess at this point too, I'm also trusting that, because I am adding, a bit of water. I'm kind of trusting that that's not like seeping through the paper and getting our other things wet, which obviously I will know that at some point. Yeah, and then again, I'm like peeking over here to see if I need to add anything. The little wrinkles. So the wrinkles, some people like the wrinkles, so you can keep your wrinkles, or you can use a nail file to get rid of them, to like buff them out basically and make a smooth surface. But you obviously have to do that very gently, or you can definitely rip or damage your and you know that I'm just gonna go ahead and just mount right over the top of that grommet, both of them. And then you can rebust the whole, you can just bust, because obviously this is gonna be very, very fine the napkin. It's very, very fine. So you can just bust the hole right into there and through the napkin. Just remove that little bit of napkin, it'll be fine. Okay, we've got our base layer down, and I did paint a little bit where I didn't want to go, but it's okay. Okay, just do this. Again, gently, gingerly. Yeah, it's touching already, so it's not. And I'm just wanting to get the napkin to just absorb what I put down at the bottom first. Just kind of pressing it a little. Yes, I do have to go back and add glue and water to some of the other zones where I was just pressing down, so I have to do that like this. Again, go light. I'm getting a little overzealous. Don't do what I do. Do as I say. Oh, this is so cool. It's gonna look so cool. I'm excited about it. All right. All right, so now, ooh, I was gonna flip it, but I don't think I'm gonna flip it yet. I think I'm gonna let it dry. I know, this is so finicky. So, similar, we're not gonna do anything at the bottom, but I am gonna cut. I think I'm gonna cut right here. I think I can wrap around, but it's not going to be on the bottom anyway, so I'm going to cut this way. It's going to be at the bottom and the top, so I'm going to cut in this way, and we're going to cut in from the top. Same thing here. Wait, no, not on this side. So there. But I think I'm gonna let this dry because I do not want to damage what we've already done. So I'm gonna run this into the other room quick. Unless we're at time. We are at time. I'm gonna end the video here. And in the next video, we're gonna do the topper. I will finish this off camera since we're already going off camera. I'll just finish this off camera, wrap this, glue the rest of these bits down once it dries and stuff like that. But we will do the topper on camera and assemble the rest of the cover because this will be dry by the time I get back to you. Thank you so much for your time, your beautiful energy. If we're not already connected here on YouTube, do consider subscribing. Click like on this video if you found anything helpful or interesting. And drop down your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you so much again for your time. If you're not an email subscriber, do consider doing that. You get free ephemera sent to your inbox every single week and exclusive discounts on my Etsy shop, as well as a free mini kit, a free digital mini kit that's sent right to your, actually you get access to it right away once you sign up as an email subscriber. So thank you so much for your time. Beautiful energy. Look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video. Bye-bye.